Good evening, the Chairman, Human Rights Defender, and Access to Justice Advocate Center, and Legal Department. Able viewers, co-comrades, my name is Mrs. Solushola, live from Alimosho branch. We have a case of landlord and tenant versus caretaker reported in this office against one Mr. Pastor Caleb Orji by one Mr. Arinze, who is based in Qatar. We have both the wife of the Arinze and Pastor Caleb in the house. Please join us as we interview the parties. Thank you. Mr. Arinze. Hold the line. Do you know this person? Do you know this man sitting here?
No, that's agent.
You've not met, but if you've seen this lady, all right. Can you remove your mouth marks now? What is your problem? You want to mask your mouth while you want to talk to us? Are we with you there? Okay, Pastor Caleb is here. Explain to us your complaint against this man, please.
Okay, ma. The complaint is 2018. May 14, 2008. I had a friend who knew that man there, sitting there. So I told the man I'm looking for an apartment. And the guy lead me to this agent there and told me that
we can't hear you. Go ahead. Well, if we cannot hear you, please, you can call us direct. You can call my line. You can call 0903-2484 direct. Your name, your address. Mr. Arinze, call us direct, please. Don't waste our time. We have many things to do today. Call us direct. The network is bad here. Come. Do you understand what your husband is saying?
Yes, ma'am.
You are living in that house. Tell us what is going on. Leave that paper first. Tell us. What happened?
So, ma'am, we started there on March 14th, 2018. So, when we were packing, this man was the agent that I paid. So, when I paid,
You paid through who? Through him.
so when I paid parking, few months later, rainy season started. So few months later, rainy season started. So I now found out that anytime rain fall, everywhere will just fill up with water. And I called the landlord. I explained to him. Okay, he said that he will call what is it called? To come and put tiles to raise my own apartment up. Maybe that would be the case of the water. So the tiler came and put the place. When they put the place again, the water continued. So he had to call welder to come and put shootout. When they put shootout, that shootout only anytime the rain started, wind will just be blowing, entering my room, everything will just speed up. So along the line, they done the shooters and the tiler of raising the place. After that, the water continue entering from the floor. From the floor to the extent, I have the video here, put the pictures. And now said the landlord says, this issue of water is from the down, not the outside, entering from outside. Okay, the man said that he will know what to do. Along the line, that year just gone. We entered 2019. When we enter, during the when my husband expired, that was again March 14th, 2019. So the man now called me, said that I should pay, that they will do something concerning the water issue.
You entered
2018.
September,
March 14, okay. 2018, I pack in. So when my rent expired, he gave me full assurance that I should pay, that they will do something. We paid. That was March 2019. We paid. So when I paid, this man just collected my money and ignored me. To that sense, water will just feed up everywhere. I sent the video, I sent the picture, he just ignored me. So that I have a little girl of 2 years old. So that my baby now fell down and got tear here. I said, see, this water issue, that is not good that I'll be paying you 220,000. Anytime it's raining, I will just run away from house. I will send him the video from my sister place around. Say, see, as I'm sending you now, as I'm calling you now, see where I am. So the man will just ignore me. So when the house again expired, this 2020, March 2020, the man was like telling me that why you don't want to pay, that my house rent has expired. I asked him, okay, what is your plan? That is not matter of paying. What is your plan? Because I cannot be staying where I'll be spending 220,000 naira every year. Anytime it's raining, I'll just carry my baby, carry my mother, run away from house. He ignored me. So when the lawyer, because they have a lawyer that is managing the place, when the lawyer came, they came for investigation. I showed them everywhere, both my room. They shouted, saying, no, this is very, very bad. That nobody would like to be in this condition. At the end of the year, they would like to bring money out. Say that she will talk to the landlord, that if the landlord is really want to do something, that we will pay, then she will be the one that will handle it. That she will follow my husband gradually, because nobody would like to be in that shoe. So he said that I should give her my husband a number, so that she will be communicating with her, begging him to just know what to do. When I gave her my husband's number, the lawyer with my... You
gave her your husband's number?
Lawyer. So lawyer with my husband, my own husband start communicating through WhatsApp, operating both calls. So the lawyer told my husband that he should pay, that with her, that she believed that they will do something. So my husband say, okay, because you being a lawyer has involved in this matter, that he will give them 170,000 because the rent is 220,000 naira. That he will give them 170,000, remain balance of 50,000. So when they start to work, that he will balance them the remaining 50,000. So a few days later, the lawyer now reply my husband and say no, the landlord did not buy the idea. Say if we don't want to be that, we should find our way. That even she herself don't like this kind of issue, because she have come to my place and make investigation, know that everywhere is very, very bad. So along the line, this man agent came one morning, Saturday. He now knocked for I opened door. He said, Madam, what is the problem? That I heard that you have not paid your rent. What is the problem? I told him that you know everything. You know the condition of the place. The first statement he made, that he's the one that will bring me out. That he's the one that have the right here and come here and throw my things out. That he's the one that will come here and bring my property out. That load that come outside have already come outside. So he asked me again, say, do I want to continue staying there? I said, wait, let me call my husband, because I'm not the one that I have person that I'm under. So I called my husband, give him the phone. So they greeted each other. So he was like asking my husband, said, okay, Oga, are you ready to pay or not? My husband asked him the first question, did you hear from the lawyer before you came? He said no. Say, Oga, get straight to the point. Do you want to pay or not? My husband said that I'm no more interested with this of your threatening of 18. So a few days later, he called me on phone, said that he's calling me because he at the end of the day he telling me to just talk to my husband. If I thought we will change mind, that they will start work this and that I should get back to him in 2 days time. So the next day came heavy rain, so I did not sleep there. So 2 days later he now called me, say he didn't hear from you. What was our conclusion, me and my husband? I told him that, Oga, recently now I'm not in that house, that rain everywhere. That say I can't call you on top of water. Say we are not interested anymore. He said that I should listen very, very well, that he will make sure that he frustrates my life. That I shouldn't say he didn't tell me. That he will make sure he frustrates.
Who is saying that?
This man. Say that I should he will make sure he frustrates my life.
Hold the line. Hold on.
Okay, ma.
Comrade Cisco Ateka, why are you posting that number there? We did not send any number for contact, so please stop that. Thank you. That number is not even in this branch. So before you do something, you have to ask questions. We've not asked anybody to contribute to this case. Neither do we drop any number for any of you to call now. The number we gave to Mr. Arinze, who is the complainant based in Qatar, is different from what you are posting there. Please, you have to stop. Thank you. Go ahead.
So he said that he will make sure he frustrates my life. I should not say he did not inform me. So he now called the call off. So 2 hours later, so I'm now on my data. I saw the landlord missed call, so I have to call him back. He now said, Chidima, I just want to tell you that they will start
Go ahead.
So he said that Chidima, I'm just calling you now to inform you that very soon that they will start work there. Just find where you go. Just find where. I said okay, but Oga, you will give me time. You will give me time. Let me find. He said that he have already give me time long time ago. I said you have not give me any time. He was like threatening me that thing that is giving me power, that thing that is giving me morale, let the thing continue giving me. And now my husband this thing
give me my pyro and summarize.
say that all my husband property documents, including my school own, my mommy's wrapper, my clothes, all have damage. Do you know that I can even ask you for damages? Even my little girl now that have internal wounds that even give her the mark. Do you know that I can even so you just want to come and throw me away. So few days later, this agent now brought a letter to me. So I was like, what is there? He said I should just just collect it. So he just give me the letter and follow back. When I just read the thing, I didn't see him again. So I have to run back to his office to drop the letter. Say I didn't ask you not to do your work. Just give me time to just find another place comfortable for me to live. Then you can do whatever thing you want to do. And I'll drop the letter to him. Thank you.
Wait,
Sir,
where is the letter?
is the I return it to him because it's letter for this thing, renovation that is even here. I snap it so that he just want to inform me that very soon they will start the renovation. That any damages of it that they don't care. That is what the letter is all about. So reading the statement of a loan that he will make sure that he frustrates my life. And I shouldn't say that he did not tell me, and the landlord telling me that thing that is giving me power and morale, let the thing just continue giving me. And he was saying that he's the one that brought me in, that he's still the one that will come and throw my things out.
the damage in the house. Let's see. You say the house usually bring water.
See the...
Just sit down there, open it, okay, and give me the... And then you say, please, I'm going to give you number 2.
In my room, the damages is at home, like clothes, my mommy's wrapper, I've burned them. So I have a video of the house also that I video when the...
This is the wall.
Yes, ma'am. So I have the video when the rain started, the way everywhere would just fill up.
This is the video. Is it the video?
Yes.
Let me not go and click something else.
There is the other one too.
So all this water is in that room?
It's in that room. See the recent one now that they have started work in progress. The water is still there. Even now that I'm here, I'm not coming from that house. It's all the way from my sister's place now that I have to go.
Is it the compound?
Yes. This like last 2 weeks they have started their this thing. They say they are just renovating. But now this water now is the rain that fall last 2 days own that will make me again run out because the rain just started. So my baby now fall again. I have to rush and back her up, go out. I do both the kitchen, bedroom is here.
Water enter the bedroom also.
Everywhere. It's a room and parlor everywhere.
All right, back to Pastor Kelly.
Okay, good evening, ma'am. My name is Pastor Kelly.
You know, you are covering your mouth. We can't hear you, so you speak out very well so that others can hear you.
Okay, so by the grace of God, I have a receipt, copy of the receipt of the house. Okay, copy of the receipt of when she came in. This is a copy of the receipt.
Others, just respond to what you
Okay, so she was kind of distressed from where they are because of maybe what I found out, maybe her troublesome nature. She was living in a deeper life man's house. 2 days for their things to be thrown out according to agreement. A friend of the husband ran to me and said that he has a friend who has an accommodation issue, that he knows me. I gave him where he is staying, that I should please help them out. So we started the process. As a matter of fact,
Sorry, hold on. Hold the mask, then cover it back.
Remove it finally.
Remove it
So I
finally
see your
first. Okay, go ahead.
so when they came to me, as a matter of fact, the place was under a kind of renovation because somebody lived and left. She was under pressure. When I mean under pressure, and at the same time, I looked at the baby she was carrying. We were running around, and eventually I contracted the place to them. I gave them. And for water issue that is happening here, it's a natural thing. People built on a sewage where water passes. Nobody, it has not been like that. No water goes in. But because the compound, I have the video, you have the video, is a little shallow. So water that disturbed the whole area, not only the house. There's a picture I will show you, we see where water started getting to people's meals. So in all these things, she was living. There was no issue. She standing here cannot say that I have come one day and quarrel her. Neither ask her for house rent. The other renewal, the way they did it with the landlord, no problem. I brought her to the compound. She conspired with one of the tenants. They started dealing.
Stop that phone and listen to what he said. Just stop it and listen to what he
So
said.
they collided with one of the tenants who has also left some months without payment. They started dealing with the landlord, and the landlord happens to be a tenant just like him. I gave him a house somewhere. At the end of the day, he built his own. When they were traveling abroad, he handed it over to me, and I started managing it. There was no issue between them. Whatever they were doing it together. Not until people built on the waterways, and the whole area started getting flooded. And at that time, when they were now dealing with the landlord spoiling everything, the relationship, I left them. At the end of the day, that was just the past man. I have been responding to whenever she calls until things became somehow between me and the landlord, the informations, as if maybe you are, doing something
that is not quite understandable, as if I'm not doing it well. It's not my fault. It's a natural thing. So at the end of the day, I came there. The man told me he's ready to put down something. As I talk to you, the man has put in about 1 million. And the project we have is close to 2 million or 2 point something fraction on top. We have started on how. Now I came to her, I said, these people reported for the first time, just last month. I haven't, my response to how is whenever there is emergency, something to do, I will bring laborers and workers.
Is it that you are not aware of the condition of the house or what?
You said?
Is it that you are not aware of the condition?
Everybody within the area knows that there is a blockage in the area. Not only the compound, about 5-6 compounds suffer the same thing. Some of them have pumping machine.
Since when?
Since maybe about, that started about a year plus now, which is within, after the intern, you know, especially last year, it was a general thing. I had a video, I had to make a video and send to the owner. Now that he said he wants to do it, I approached my client. We have never had a quarrel. I greeted, I played with the baby. I said, these people told me, and the day came, that's one thing I like about what is happening. The day came, the sister to the landlord was there, 2 laborers, a plumber, and a mason. I was now telling them, let's do something. The landlord is now ready, which we have started. I approached her. I said, these people said you have not paid. She said yes, but they are talking with a new lawyer, because the lawyer.
You say you say the damage, the issue of the water, whatever, started last year.
You said?
You say it started last year.
No, that should be last 2 years rainy season. But
what happened last year?
No, last year is when the thing was a kind of mulch. When we started entering into the house.
Last 2 years you were aware it affected the house and your attention was called.
Yeah. I think if this is a justice place,
yeah.
If where you are, you are not conducive. Because what they keep asking that I thought is why we are here, yeah. She has been packaged to say what she's saying. Because I will show you a threatening messages in WhatsApp that the man I haven't seen. And if he can provide where I made a statement.
Keep that side aside.
Okay.
If you want to do with threatening, after which this very one will refer you to station. Okay. They keep that threat aside first. Let's focus on the
so like what she said, the landlord has been responding. And I too respond. But you can't cheat nature. People build on a sea way. And now we are responding to it. Look at the letter. If there's any threatening thing in this letter. This is the letter. This is the letter. This is what I gave that she brought back to me. This is the letter. So when the landlord consulted me, this is a copy. When the landlord consulted me for the project, I came to her. I said, the landlord wants to start work. I advised her, there's an empty flat. That's why this thing, whatever we say, there's God living up there. I told her, there's a vacant flat. Can you move there? Let's do this place. If you are willing, you move. We raise the place and do ties. She said, let me consult my husband. When she gave phone to the husband, I was exchanging pleasantry with him. He went straight. How do you tell my wife that I don't want to pay? And the way the statement came, when I told him, you know, she was saying, I said I would throw. I say it is not easy these days for somebody to look for a new place. If you are willing, move to the next. Let's do this thing. Because if you continue like this man goes to court and they throw your things out. Any load that goes out does not return. So that she has been packaged and changed. That was why I was laughing.
And you not think the landlord on his own now that the house has flooded, that damaged some tenant's property, will just go to court and evict her and throw her things out of the house?
No, it's
just
not,
like that.
No, it's an advice. I didn't say that is the plan of the landlord. Now, what I want to say, man, will it be rather better than that the house collapse? The man will lose and will lose lives. That's why we intervene. And right now, about $1 million plus has been put into that. I will show you a video. As I'm talking to you, work is going on there relentlessly that we want to put the place in order. What they told me, and that is what they want, maybe they have done it previous place, 1 year of that Baba, ran into this place. They are looking for the 6 months, and there is no law. By my consultation, my lawyer is a son. I say, is there any law somebody lives and he will not pay rent? And what I want to say, if that place is unconducive, why must you insist? And we are not turning the whole thing, all the good I did, by accommodating you into something that will come and start judging. So when the letter came, I didn't even know who is casing. But my mind was telling me it could be her. I gave a letter. Look at the letter I gave. Is there anything threatening? And our promise there, we are keeping it. We are changing, raising the chamber, raising the floor. We are not interfering internally. And what we have done now has slowed down the water. I want to floor it, and so that the water drops and goes out. It's not the landlord's fault. It's something that is happening in the whole street. There's a video I show you, a house opposite the house, very beautiful. The newest, I think it was erected last year. The same water enter. What we are doing now, the man did it recently, just last 2 weeks. He can confirm. Everybody is trying to raise the compound. One side of the compound was raised because the water was entering through the chamber. So that is what I know. I didn't worry. I have evidence of WhatsApp messages that if you hear, you will know that this guy is determined. That's why he packaged the lady to come and say what he's saying. But this is a justice place. It's not because you first come. If there's anywhere me as an agent who brought you in a place came when there was trouble, say, to avoid this thing, why not pay? I'm not involved. Let's do this. Move to another flat, empty flat now. She said,
in the same building.
In the same building. Man,
is that one affected?
No, 3 people are living down on that place. The only place that is affected there is the water comes through the toilet. If you go now, we have lifted the toilet source so that water will no longer penetrate from that place. We now want to flood it. We have raised the toilet something. My only words to her, if you are interested, that's the key word, heaven will bear me witness. If you are still interested, it's not easy to be looking. You have been here. It's a natural thing. Look at our neighbor, pastor. His own, he used pumping machine, but we never used pumping machine. And I used to interview, say, maybe 2 hours or 1 hour after the rain, the thing will go. Actually, there is water coming out. What do we do? Is it now that the man came to build, to raise the floor that will cost him 2.something million? You're paying
you are talking 2.something million as if it's 1
no,
billion.
that's the budget.
That child
that's the budget.
Living in
now, one thing I want to say about the property damage, if we can drive down there now, you evaluate whatsoever she has put in there, apart from you know, when people are looking for something, maybe they are used to this kind of a thing. Me, I'm not used to problem. But the man that spoke to me, that threatened me, who happens to be the husband, is somebody that can do anything. If you go there, you see more than a plastic chair and a foam. I used to enter to respond. This one is saying property. Even the landlord was like, what is it? Is it that? I said, I don't know. This is family. I don't go.
Did you pack in with them?
You said? I used to enter and she used to invite me to say, this is where water, and I respond.
Okay, because of the disturbance of that water, that can even prompt them not to have anything apart from plastic rubber in the house. That is their privacy. That is none of your business.
No, man, that is what I am saying. If the place is not conducive, why can't you gently demand for what they have been agitating 6 months? I said, oh, 6 months is
you will give them time.
Man.
You give them time because on their own they never I mean
plan to move.
Not plan to move. Okay. They themselves they never expected that such situation will come up.
Agree with you, man.
Yes.
Agree with you. That is why not move to a better place? Let's put the place in order.
The better place now, is it going to be the same amount?
No. After we put it in order, you return. We have never thought of putting them because the man who owns the house relates to either the mother or the husband. That man has never approached me, say he wants them to leave. He came in because I want to start the project. I approached her. When the husband called, I was exchanging this address. He went straight. Why do you think I will not pay? Who are you? Common agent. I will deal with you. If you hear this thing and this man does not rot in jail, because as we are talking, we can proceed. What the man said to me, if you hear
Are you a
it,
pastor?
by the grace of God.
You are a pastor?
Yes.
Then represent as one.
That's what I'm doing.
No.
So, man.
If you are a pastor, talk as a pastor. Represent as one.
That's what I'm doing.
No.
No, I have no accusation. There's nobody that have done that. Okay. Man, I'm just expressing how I feel. All the good I did is turning down. She's packaged to say what she's saying. That is the kind of husband.
Now, let me ask you, when supposedly is the rent supposed to expire?
Sir, that was on March.
Which of the month?
This month. 14th of March.
This month.
June.
No.
June. This year. Okay. Now, Pastor, let me further ask you, do you want to live there or you want to pay? What is your...
Sir, because the situation of the house is very, very bad. Even
No, listen.
The question they asked now, do you want to leave or you want to stay?
Or you want to continue to stay there? What is your...
I don't want to stay here.
You want to leave? Okay, but we need to get to the head of what we are looking for.
That is it.
So if you want to stay, fine. If you want to leave, fine. Now that he says you want to leave, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
How much of the time do you want?
Sir, let him give me time.
How much of the time?
Like now, like 6 months
please.
from now.
6 months.
From now.
6 months from now is...
Your rent expired when?
That was on
February.
March 14th this year. March 14th this year.
That's the renewal receipt.
March. That's where I renewed the last one. I back in there March 14, 2018.
Okay, now Pastor, listen. Please, you have to really control your emotion.
That is it.
Ever since you've been speaking, I've been listening. If I've not done tenancy matter, if I say I've done it less than 1,000 times, you'll be thinking I'm joking. These are about my 20 years at the bar. There are some sons you made mention of. I'm senior to them and law. These are our sons these days. We all know how
They used to get
about.
it.
Yeah.
So now, when you give someone a property, there are two things that you must give to the person. One is quiet possession. When we refer to quiet possession, we mean devoid of external influence, even from the landlord, from the agent, and from natural occurrence like this one. You could see that from her definition now, she's not having quiet possession. If she comes up with this kind of video before any tribunal, that's the right tribunal, to show that indeed this is what she experiences in the place we rent out to her. Whatever she claims, the landlord is liable. You know, so if you are talking like this, you need to know the extent and dimension of your culpability in issues like this. But that is not what we're here. What we're here is to make sure that both parties do what? Resolve the differences amicably. And when you're speaking, don't just add emotions and be telling us how she lived, where she was. That is not what is before us here. What is before us is where she is living. What actually transpired there. We're not interested whether she had lived in 10 different places and had 10 different problems. The more you're dragging it towards that direction, the more the thing looks more complex. Taking it out from the context or situation of where we are now. That being said that much. Now she says she doesn't want to stay. It makes your case easier.
Yeah. So
now she's saying she needs time. Now if you say no, look at the implication of your no. You now need to serve a notice to quit, which will start to run from now. Not from yesterday, not from tomorrow, from now. I'm coming. So that I'll advise both so that you know where you're going. So if she's a yearly tenant, you must give her 6 months notice from now, not from yesterday, from today. Because the law says from that day, you begin to count her 6 months. Then after, yes, if you backdate it, that notice to give becomes void.
no.
Quote me.
Yeah.
Don't say no.
I say from the day of expiration.
No. You were supposed to give her
I
before.
told you if I've not done tenancy matter, go and call your son, put him on notice now, so that I will argue with him. Yes, you have that liberty. The law says if you want to give him notice to quit,
6 months before the
if it is 1 year, you want to do it the way it ought to be, assuming she paid from January to December, you now give him 1st of July.
July.
You can serve him in January and tell him it will start running from July. But if you close your eyes and wait until after December, if you still want to give him notice to quit, you must give him 6 months from January of the next year till June. If you backdate it and there is something to prove that you backdate it, the whole proceedings collapse. That's why I've kept somebody in the property for over 5 years. So the issue of notice to quit is very vital and very crucial. And very, very integral.
I should have done that.
Yes, now, we don't want to, since she has opted to leave, that's why you should take this option now. She's asking for 6 months from now. Now, factor in the fact that she is saying she has lost some properties, whether it is rubber, at least the inconveniences is unquantifiable. The inconveniences, sleeping out where she has a place. You have to factor it into part of her inconveniences. But I am not building a case for her. I'm only saying, since you I don't want to look into say this, you say this, and somebody is threatening this, and if she lives there, all the threat does what collapses. You have your peace and they have theirs. As a pastor, you move on with your life.
Absolutely.
Yes, you as a pastor, you move on with your life and you get more closer to your God than having this in between in terms of your spirituality. So now, what do you have to say? Since you are here on the authority of the landlord, she is saying 6 months from now. So what do you have to say?
Okay, if I may come in, say something, just because we interpreted the law, if I should go by her verbal demand, right from expiration, she has been demanded.
No, wait, that's about
This time.
Let's leave those ones. Well,
That's what I'm saying, sir.
No.
You know, I'm not the owner of the property. Probably I have to go back and communicate.
Can you call it? Can
You
call him
can
now?
call, we can call the
Can we
person.
just excuse you to call him now?
No, I'm coming. I'm still talking. I think that time will begin to give
What is our activity? That's the problem.
What I'm saying is that I'm not the owner of the property.
But you have his authority to represent.
And, sir, I think, I don't know whether it's not also in the law that the period, if even though it's commencing now, is there any way it is written in the law? Because I was at the immigration center recently.
That's what happened.
Somebody,
No, continue.
onto property concerning somebody who have been in the property since
After expiration.
2006. And the landlady now said, I want to take the shop 2006. And the person said, this shop is 40 years. A business of 40 years cannot just be driven just like that. The person need 4 years. The letter agreed on 2 years. And it was written clearly, the person will pay the last cover. His demand was granted. If you want a copy, I will bring a copy to this commission.
What do you want to?
So what I want to achieve is that the 6 months they have been demanding right from expiration because they withheld the money. It's no longer in the hand of the man. I think it will be right before everybody hear it. I don't think it's quite good for her to, if she has the money, as they claim that money is not the issue. They just want to prove and make a case because I came with the word treatment. I don't know where it came from. And they are packaging it this way.
Somebody you're asking for the payment
Yes,
of
if the money, if what they are demanding, if you ask me, or what I can say until I consult the man is that since you have been saying, give me 6 months
to leave.
to leave from expiration, but you say don't go back. Why can't they walk with stay with a baby in a house that could collapse, that we are trying to salvage, or in a property where water is coming? It's a conducive for them.
Let me come in so that we can be on the same page. There are things you are saying now. Let me just summarize it. Are you saying that hence she has been making the demand for 6 months?
If
Then the 6 months should start running from the time they started it.
which is from February to
Or
whenever.
alternatively again, are you saying from that whatever they should pay? What are you saying in next?
That is,
there are two things
that is what I'm indirectly asking you.
Not indirectly, that's direct.
Okay,
Yeah.
directly
Yeah.
asking you, is it not the law that even though
I
when
want this, forget the law. I
No.
can't be arguing with it. I want this, I want that. Forget the law.
No, that's what I'm
Yes.
saying. The law did not exempt anybody from not
Don't
paying.
go to law. Just tell me this is what I want.
Okay,
If
so
you
that's what I'm
explain, you
saying.
don't
I've
understand.
said
So
it.
just ask direct
I
question.
said
You
where
know.
my power reach. I don't
As
know.
to issue of waiver or not,
I
you
don't
must get
know of the
confirmation from
landlord.
him. Yes.
I don't know of the
Okay.
landlord.
Now let me
Is
come.
that
Let me come in.
the 6 months
On this aspect of issue of law and so forth.
remaining.
Except you have knowledge of law, we can argue. But if you don't, whatever I say, You may be saying that because you're not a lawyer. That is why. Just let us talk on facts.
Okay.
So get as much as we can get on
Okay,
facts.
so straight to point is
Now.
that 6 months.
Yes, from
remaining
now.
few months.
She is saying, do you hear what he said?
Yes, sir.
What your 6 months? When do you want to start?
6 months from now, sir.
Okay, now. Okay, now, the 6 months. You are asking they should give you 6 months without paying to leave or with payment.
Without paying.
Okay, now. That is our own. Anybody can make a demand.
Yeah.
You can say 1 year, 2 years. Like you did say, somebody said 4 years and they gave him 2 years.
But you said the
So
house
now-
is not convenient.
Don't call me, madam. Don't worry. Now, as it is, even if, honestly, even if she's living in a pit toilet, and she has been living that suddenly she wants to leave, you will still give her time to leave the pit
Yes,
toilet.
sure.
You won't throw her things out. So,
No.
now they say, no, she's acting. From my own understanding,
It's running.
6 months means any moment from now. Because if you see an apartment in the next 1 week, most likely are going to leave. You mustn't wait until the 6 months expires. That's how it works.
Enjoy free.
I get it. So whatever we are saying here, it will be based on you make your commitment in writing. In the event you default, we'll enforce it. It's not the place you walk in and walk out. You think it's one in the Citizen Mediation Center. Let me tell you the honest truth. They don't have power of enforcement. It's just like village meeting. But here, whatever we agree, if you default, we enforce it. We go to court. Be that as it may. Now tell the landlord that this is her demand. Thankfully, you made mention that they are related. You never can tell whether the man can bring backwards and accommodate it. So, you said you wouldn't know whether, perhaps, like I did ask you, sometimes, and this is what we begin to insist now, when you are representing a company, we'll ask you a letter of authority. But that letter will now authorize you, give you that backing to make admissions, negotiate on behalf of the company and sign. Not when we now ask you, say, I don't have that power. That's more often than when we go for legal meetings. We ask you, what is your letter of authority?
Yeah.
So I get it. So now, be that as it may, get across to him on this. I don't want people to go further than this. We are almost at the end tail of the whole thing. The whole thing is that give me time to leave. That is where we are now. Call him, get back to us, then we'll now know what to do at that point.
Okay, and in addition to that, I want to ask this lady something. You said you are staying somewhere with your child now.
Yes.
Why?
Because the place, water freedom, if we were even in the room, he asked me. He never asked me to go to the other guy room. That guy just paid 1 year because the way water was entering.
No, hold on. You said you are not there. You are somewhere with your child now.
Yes.
So why do you want to still stay in the house now that you know water is flooding the place? Your child. Okay, you find a place staying.
So that
And we just enter rainy season. Why do you want to keep the place just like that?
Ma.
Be sincere, because I hate people doing something without conscience.
So
Why
that-
do you want to stay there?
Ma, so that I can plan myself out.
But you want to stay inside the water and plan yourself?
My load is there. My load is there.
Okay, why not take the load to the place he offered you to stay there so that they can renovate the place that is not good?
No,
The place he offered you.
The
Yes,
place.
yes.
You have never one day asked me to pack into that place.
Okay.
Even that place, if you stay there, you contact disease. I swear to my, it was the day I said that. Did you hear from lawyer?
Is it that he did not tell you, or you noticed that the place, if you stay there, you contact disease?
He have not tell me to pack my things to that room.
So how do you not say if you stay there, you contact disease?
Because now he was saying that the place is okay. That place is worse than my side.
Call your husband. I want to speak to your husband. Let's be fair to each other.
Okay.
Be
Okay,
fair in as much as you understand.
It's fine.
Yeah. You are.
Hello?
Put that phone on speaker.
Hello? They need your attention. They need your attention. Wait. Ma, take.
Arinze.
Yeah, madam, good evening.
Good evening. I know you have been watching and you. Hello.
Yeah, madam, I've been listening and I've been following. I heard all you people are saying.
Why do
Madam,
you?
please,
Yes.
madam, please, let me contribute something very urgently. This place you are talking about, this man should be talking about, am I owing him? Number one, I have never owed them. One naira, I don't pay instrumentally, that is number one. He's talking about the places with the chair. Tell him that I own a house in a way. You understand? It doesn't know because not everybody that will discuss himself.
Arinze. Hello. hold on. If you don't keep, I will cut you short. Or I will cut this line off. Don't interrupt me. Just listen to me. You are not to call this line and begin to have. You have his number. If you want to argue that, call him and tell him how many estates you have. We are talking about this particular building. Why do you want your family to stay there 6 months?
The reason why I want them, let me just tell you, I want to move them to East. I want to move them to where I'm building a house. You understand? Because of the coronavirus. So I just want them to stay there. From now to August, I will move them. You understand? But this man should know that he's talking about the other house, that the maybe the ask them to move there. If you go there, the place they're living is more better than that place. That place is even worse.
Mr. Arinze.
The place is bad.
Arinze. Listen to me, please. You said you want to move your family to the East August, right?
Yes.
August. Hold on.
August, September, they are out there.
Okay. I want to deal with you because this woman is still under you. And we still compare her to sign on your behalf because she's representing you. You are the complainant in our office because she stays here to tell more of what is going on in that house. So please, we don't have any, court is the last option that we bring into this our cases. We want this case resolved amicably. Now that you said you want your family to relocate between now and September, let's say September, give and take September, let's have that agreement so that on between now and September, right?
September, they will leave that place. That place, I'm even showing you. I'm paying this man 250 and he's showing me 30.
You know, I don't have time for such. I think what we should settle for is for the woman to write undertaking to pack out of the house on or before September. Pastor, that should be the best resolution.
Even the man can listen to me. He's not.
No problem.
He's not forcing them out. He's not. He hasn't told me to do that. And
so, Madam Arinze, you will sign undertaking.
You heard what your husband said.
You heard what your husband said.
It's agreeable. Both of you agree to it. Listen.
No.
Can you listen?
There is no
Can you listen?
Yes, sir.
You heard what your husband said.
Yes, sir.
What is your take on it?
My own is that.
Do you agree to what he said?
Yes, sir. But based on one condition, because my husband now is not here. Now
we will tell you how. If you want to go, we will show you how you will go. Don't worry. So September reach, you don't know how to go. I will tell you what to go carry you go your village, even your inside village. When I allow peace to reign. Have you signed this one? Give you how undertaking to sign. Pastor, acknowledge your name, your address, and sign.
Go.
4 minutes. Drop the application for her. Don't understand yourself. All right, viewers, thank you very much for joining us. Thank you for so many of you that have shared on this page. Please subscribe to our YouTube channels at its Access to Justice TV. I cannot mention your name one after the other, but thank you. All right. Have a wonderful weekend. We'll get back to you in any of our updates. God bless you. Bye. Why do you want to call? Don't come and disturb my weekend. All right. No more calling, no calling. We have resolved this. We don't want your resolution today. We'll call you some other time. All right, bye.